Do you have problems pronouncing the ed ending of the past simple and the past participle of regular verbs in English? Well, I have a trick for you so that you will always know how these words are pronounced from now on. It's understandable that lots of people learning English have this problem. Regular verbs that are conjugated into the past simple or that are in their past participle form end in ed. And there are 3 possible pronunciations: d, t, and id. There doesn't seem to be a regular pattern about which pronunciation to use from how the word is written. However, in this case, there are actual rules for once, with very, very few exceptions. This is something that should be nice to hear for those of you who are sick and tired of hearing about all the exceptions for everything in English. So the trick mostly involves whether the final sound in the original verb is vocalized or not. If you don't know what a vocalized sound is, don't worry. It's actually quite simple. A sound is vocalized if your vocal cords vibrate when you make the sound. To see if a sound is vocalized or not, simply put your finger here. If you feel a vibration when you make a sound, then it's vocalized. If you don't feel a vibration, then it's not vocalized. Let's do some examples together. Is the m sound vocalized? Let's see. I can feel a vibration, so yes, it is vocalized. What about the s sound? S. I can't feel a vibration, so it isn't vocalized. So with verbs that end in a vocalized sound, the ed ending has a d pronunciation. If the verb ends in a non-vocalized sound, it has a t pronunciation. This is actually pretty easy to remember because the d sound is vocalized and the t sound isn't. So, if a regular verb ends with a vocalized sound, it has a vocalized ed ending. And if it ends with a non-vocalized sound, the ed ending is also non-vocalized. Easy, right? Let's look at some examples. The verb move, for example. The last sound in move is v. Is that vocalized? Let's see. V. V is vocalized, so the ed pronunciation is d. Moved. What about the verb watch? Watch. Ch, ch is not vocalized, so the ed sound is t. Watched. Notice that the last letter in a word doesn't always represent the last sound. For example, the last letter in move is e, but in this case, the e is silent. In the verb watch, the last letter is h, but the last sound isn't h, it's ch. So when do we use the id pronunciation for the ed ending? Okay, so we actually have to modify a little what we have already learned. If a verb ends in a t sound or a d sound, then we need to use the id ending. This rule actually makes sense because if you try to add a d or a t sound after the exact same sound, it's going to be impossible to distinguish the two sounds and therefore the two different words. So basically, to solve this problem, we add an extra syllable to the end of the word to separate the two sounds. Okay, so let's look at some examples of this. A regular verb that ends in a d sound is need. The past simple and the past participle of need is needed. Notice that we add an extra syllable. Need, needed. A regular verb that ends in a t sound is want. So the past simple and the past participle of want is wanted. Again, notice that we add the extra syllable for the ed ending. Want, wanted. Now you know how to correctly pronounce the ed endings of regular verbs. Let me know in the comments if you liked this and if you want to see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.